The rain fell in relentless silver sheets, turning the world outside Alex's car into a shimmering blur.
It was a night for staying in, for warm blankets and a hot drink, but he was driving home from a late shift, his mind as weary as his body.
Then he heard it. A sound so faint it was almost lost in the drumming of the rain on the roof. A thin, desperate whimper. He slowed, peering through the water-streaked windshield. Nothing. He was about to dismiss it as a trick of the wind when he heard it again, closer this time. It seemed to be coming from beneath him. With a sigh, Alex pulled over to the curb, the car's engine humming softly against the downpour. He grabbed his umbrella, stepped out into the cold, and crouched down, angling his phone's flashlight into the darkness under his car. What he saw made his breath catch in his throat. Two pairs of eyes, wide with terror, blinked back at him. Huddled together against the chassis were two tiny puppies, their fur matted and soaked, their small bodies trembling uncontrollably from the cold and fear. They were no bigger than his hands, pressed so tightly against each other they looked like a single shivering creature. One of them, slightly larger, seemed to be shielding the other. It positioned its body as a fragile barrier against the wind and water splashing from the street. Alex's heart ached. He softened his voice, murmuring gentle words of comfort. "Hey there, little ones. It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you." He reached out a slow, careful hand. They flinched, a unified movement of pure panic. The larger pup let out a soft growl, a sound too small to be threatening, but filled with immense protective instinct. It nudged its smaller companion, who seemed weaker, barely moving. Then the puppy did something that shattered Alex's weariness and struck him to the core. It locked its intelligent, pleading eyes with his. There was a moment of silent communication, a desperate plea that transcended species. Then, with a visible effort, the puppy used its nose to gently push its smaller, more fragile sibling forward, just an inch. The gesture was unmistakable, a selfless, heartbreaking offer. Take him. Save him first. Alex was stunned. It wasn't just instinct. It was a choice. In that tiny, shivering body was a spirit of profound love and sacrifice. The sight broke through his defenses, and a wave of emotion washed over him, stronger than the rain. He was no longer just a tired man driving home. He was a witness to an act of incredible courage. "Okay," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "Okay, I get it. I'll help you both." Ignoring the cold water soaking through his clothes, he lay on the wet pavement, moving with painstaking slowness. He gently reached for the smaller pup first, wrapping it in the dry lining of his jacket. It was terrifyingly light. The other puppy watched his every move, not with aggression, but with a palpable sense of hope. Once its sibling was secure, it crawled forward willingly. He rushed them to the nearest 24-hour veterinary clinic. The vet confirmed his fears. The smaller one, whom he later named Spark, was suffering from severe hypothermia and was dangerously weak. The larger one, Bolt, was cold and hungry, but had used its own body heat to keep its brother alive. "Another hour out there, and the little one wouldn't have made it," the vet said grimly. His brother saved his life.
He couldn't bear the thought of separating them. That night, he took them both home. In the warmth of his apartment, watching Bolt refuse to eat until he saw Spark take a few fragile laps of milk, he understood. He hadn't just found two puppies hiding from the rain. He had found a testament to the fact that hope does not need a loud voice to be heard, and that the greatest love is often found in the quietest, most selfless sacrifices. He hadn't just saved them. They had saved him from a loneliness he hadn't even realized he was feeling.